Hello, my name is Luke Jackson. I am the agency owner here with the Jackson Agency. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for applying for our work from home sales position. Okay, leadership positions are available as well. Today, I want to go over what we do, who we are, how we do what we do, and how we get paid as well. My goal is that by the end of this little presentation here, that you have a really good idea if our company and our team is one that is for you or not for you, as well as better prepare you for your upcoming interview. So let's dive into it here. Jackson Agency, we are an insurance broker. What does that mean? We work in the messy middle. On this side, we've got all the people with all the problems. On this side, we've got A-rated insurance carriers that have all the solutions to said problems. If you really want to know what the job title is, just a professional problem solver. That's it. Powered by Quility. What does that mean? Quility is our insurtech company. In 2024, they won Insurtech Company of the Year. Best way to explain what they do is they provide our carrier partnerships. I'm sure you've heard of Mutual of Omaha, American General, Transamerica, Gerber. You name a life insurance company, we probably have some form of a product with them. Now, what do we do here? So, mortgage protection, I would say, is our bread and butter. We can help families in a multitude of different avenues, mainly regarding life, health, and wealth. Biggest one for us coming in the door is going to be mortgage protection. All of our new agents typically start with mortgage protection. It's a very quick, easy process and sale to learn. That's how I got my start here as well. On the life side, we are focusing on mortgage protection, term, final expense, anything life insurance related, IULs, everything. We have options available to better protect families. Normally, once we get in the door, virtually speaking, this is a work from home sales position. Once we get in the door, we're able to help them with other solutions as well, like disability, critical illness. And one of the ways that we're really scaling here today is with our wealth strategies. Debt-free life. What is that? One of the biggest epidemics in America right now is the debt crisis. We have programs and products leveraging life insurance policies to help families get completely debt-free, including their homes, somewhere between 15 to 27 years faster than they're currently pacing, right? Annuities. I'm sure you probably know somebody that lost, I don't know, half, maybe more than that of their retirement, 2001, maybe 2008, hell, maybe 2020. They had a big dip in their retirement. Lots of families right now are nearing that retirement age. We have programs where they can still participate in market upside, but they don't have to worry anything about market downside. We've got protected principals, protected floors, and I believe right now we've actually got a 20% match. So I had a lady the other day, she had $150,000. We rolled it from a TSP into a fixed indexed annuity, and instantly she went from 150,000 to 180,000, and that program is currently somewhere between 11 to 12% interest every single year. So, how do you get paid? Let's get into the nuts and bolts of this here. You get paid in direct proportion to the value that you add to the marketplace. Luke, what does that mean? Let me break it down. The average policy that we write to protect the family is right at about $1,000 a year that they're going to be paying the insurance company. We'll go over this illustration here in just a second, but let's just talk about a brand new agent. They're at 80%, as you can see down here where my cursor is. So the average policy, let's say I write a policy on Bob. Bob's program, he picks it out, it's $83 a month. 83 times 12, 12 months in a year. That means that Bob is paying Mutual of Omaha right at about $1,000 every single year. That $1,000 in annual premium volume, just take $1,000 in APV, multiply it by 80% commission, means I'm getting paid as a new agent $800 total. Our insurance companies, Mutual of Omaha, they will actually advance me 75% of my total commission up front after the client's only made one payment. I'll give you an example. I think this was about 3 months ago. I was sitting down with a family. It was a Thursday morning. I remember I submitted my policy to Mutual of Omaha at 11 a.m. and I was deposited $2,500 into my bank account from just helping that one family. Obviously, that family spent more than $83 a month. Some policies are higher, some policies are lower. It just depends on what that family actually needs. Right? It's a very quick sales cycle. I could write a policy today and I could get paid for it tomorrow. Generally, as soon as a policy is approved and the client makes their first payment to the insurance carrier, that insurance carrier is going to dump our commission into our bank account somewhere between 24 to 48 hours later. So let's talk about Betty Sue here. She's a full-time agent. Obviously, she's been with our company for some time because now she's at a 95% commission level. Quick sidetrack here. You can earn, keyword earn, promotions in contract level every 2 months as long as you hit these very small quotas. The only ceiling here is a lack of self-belief and a lack of work ethic. Your work ethic here can get you off the ground. Skill set can get you to the top. We have contract levels from 80% all the way up to 130%, but everybody starts at 80. I want to be clear. This is equal opportunity. It's not equal outcome. So Betty's working 30 to 35 hours a week. She's placing 15 to 20 sales every single month. Obviously, at that 95% commission level, same $1,000 in premium volume there with the same 75% carrier advance. So 15 policies means about $15,000 a month in placed premium. Okay, at her 95% commission, that means she's making $14,000 a month total. They're going to pay her 75% of that up front. After it's all said and done, Betty's making about $128,000 advanced. And once her back end pay comes in, that other 25%, right, of those commissions get paid out in months 10, 11, and 12. Once those start to hit, she makes about $171,000 a year. Now, is this typical? I'd say this is what happens when we have an agent that comes in here that wants to make a big difference. They want to make a big impact in people's lives and they're willing to work for it. I have some agents on my team right now that they write 3 to 4 policies a month. They make $2,000 to $3,000 a month and they are just tickled. That's okay. That's what they want. I have some agents on my team right now that help 30 to 40 families a month. Okay, I've had agents that have helped 30 families in a week. It all depends on number one, what you want and what you want to do for it. Okay, I want to be very clear on that. The only cap here in income is work ethic, self-belief, and skill set, obviously, but we can build that. So, the name of the game here, how do we build consistent income, predictable income? For me, it's leads. Leads, leads, leads. We have some of the very best leads in the marketplace. The company, every single week, they're generating north of 25,000 leads for us to partake in. They go out there and they invest. They know all about marketing. They know all about the right demographics, who to target. Now, for us and my agency, what we're typically doing is starting agents specifically on mortgage protection. Mortgage protection provides so many different options. Just think of it this way. If a homeowner were to pass away, this would pay their house off. If they were to get cancer, have a stroke, have a heart attack, anything that is going to disallow them to work and produce income, that's where we step in and we make those mortgage payments for them or potentially pay their whole home off. These families all across America, we have access to unlimited leads. I think we have 1.2 or 1.3 million leads sitting there in inventory right now unclaimed. We just need more boots on the ground to work them. Okay, which I guess it's digital boots on the ground now since we went virtual back in 2020. Okay, for me, this was huge when I first got here in 2019. Absolutely huge. And just a little bit about me, I played college baseball before I started in the life insurance industry. I've been selling life insurance for 7 years and I've owned my agency for right at 5. I got my start. I was very introverted, very shy. I was terrified to call leads. I was terrified to invest in leads, had no idea what I was doing. I needed a system to follow where I didn't need to know everything about insurance. I didn't need to know everything about people. With the system that the company has in place, with the scripts, with the training, and the leads are all data-based. They have metrics. They've been keeping metrics since 2009. They know if I put in X amount of dollars, I'm going to get X amount of dollars out. And for me, I didn't have a work ethic problem. And they said, hey, if you're willing to work, you're going to make money here. And it wasn't long of me mastering my script, staying up late, getting up early to master that script, to become that script. I was able to, my first year at 22 years old, I made $98,000 in this industry. Fresh out of college, no sales experience, nothing. And it was because of, if you actually look at my book of business, 99% of my clients that I helped all came from a lead that the company generated. Now, the beautiful thing about the leads that the company generates is they subsidize that cost for us to where they pay 70%, we pay 30%, making it very affordable for a brand new agent to come in here and get profitable from day one in their life insurance business. Huge, huge deal. Now, do you have to work the company's leads? No, you don't have to work leads at all. No, we have strategies for social media. We have strategies for you to help the people that you already know, love, and trust, that already know, love, and trust you. Me, I leverage the company's leads every single week. My team, most of them are also doing the exact same thing, but you don't have to. I mean, I have different lead resources as well. Half of America doesn't have life insurance, and the half that does have life insurance, 80% don't have nearly enough, according to Forbes. There's opportunity all across America to help people. For us, specifically to help an agent get off the ground, we're starting with mortgage protection in a very affordable way, if that's what the agent would like to do. But we have full freedom as agents to do what we please. So, what does it look like as far as becoming an agent with us? First thing is that you have to have a life insurance license to get contracted with a life insurance company to sell life insurance products. We work in one of the highest regulated industries in America. Now, what does that actually look like? You got to get enrolled into a 20-hour pre-licensing course. That's going to give you the ability to truly study for your state exam. We do subsidize a little bit of that cost for you. We can talk more about that on the interview, but most of our agents are knocking that out 3 to 4 hours a day. They're usually through the whole thing in 4 days, five tops, I would say. They pass that exam right away. Now, here's the reality though, is once we pass our state exam, the state has other things that they have to do, and we're kind of waiting for them, right? They got to do your fingerprints, they got to do a background check. State takes their sweet time. Let's call a spade a spade. So, as soon as you pass that state exam, automatically we're putting you into our training. We have team calls 5 days a week, right? I train about 50 to 100 agents every single morning from 9:30 to 10 Eastern time. And we'll have you on that call from day one so you can start learning from people that are actually out here in the industry making a difference and making a good income. Okay. When will you start making money? A lot of that depends on two things. It depends on the state that you're in, because the state might be lollygagging, so you may have to call them every day to get it pushed through. The other thing is how long is it going to take you from the day that you purchase the course to the day that you pass your exam? Our top agents is 3 to 4 days, five tops. For some others, it might take a week, right? It might take a week. Income target, 3 weeks. Fastest I've ever had somebody get a commission check from a life insurance company is 10 days. All right. Feel free to beat that record if you'd like. How does agency building work? We have two different tracks here. We have the producer's track, and then we have the agency ownership track. I started on the sales track, the producer track, and then I switched over to the agency building side. If you tell me, you say, Luke, I just want to come in here, I want to sell insurance, I want to focus all of my time and energy there, you can do that till the cows come home. We don't mind. It's not an issue with us whatsoever. You get what you want out of this system. Or you may say, hey, Luke, I want to do that. I want to make a good income on my own pen. I want to get rewarded for my efforts, but I also want to help other people do the same thing. You can do that. We have ways for you to come in here and build your team, build your business, your agency. And how you get paid whenever you're building an agency is by what we call spread. All spread is it's the difference between your contract level and your agent's contract level. In this example, Sally here, she's at 105% contract. Everybody that starts with us, remember, starts at an 80%. So Linda down here is at 25%. Linda's, I believe the proper term is wet behind the ears. She has no idea what she's doing. She's going to require a lot of time, a lot of phone calls, a lot of mentorship and help from Sally here. So as soon as Linda makes her first sale, Linda's getting paid 80%, right? And then on top of that, the insurance carrier, say Mutual of Omaha, they're going to pay Sally here a bonus of 25%. I want to be very, very clear here, right? That 25% does not come out of the 80% of the agent that did all the work. That's not the case here, okay? That 25% is paid in addition to, right? That commission being paid out. These insurance companies, they're getting paid for 30, 40, or 50 years from the policies that we are writing. All right. We're getting paid normally based off of the first year's premium. So they pay out less than 5% of what they make long term, which means they can pay us handedly to send them clients and to solve problems. Again, agency ownership is completely optional. And what does it look like as far as dollars and cents in the bank? $250,000. You see it there on the screen. Make a great income here building your agency, and it's contractual. Okay, as soon as your agency is helping about 50 families every single month in and month out, you get to sign a contract that business, your agency, is yours, which means if you die, you're allowed to assign a beneficiary. If I die today, my wife does not have to worry about money. My son doesn't have to worry about money. My agency, my legacy, what I've built stays in our family line forever. We have multiple agency owners that have passed away, and their spouses today are still benefiting from the agency that they built here with the company. You have that ability to do that too. It's not mandatory whatsoever, but you will get paid more if you're helping other people be successful as well. That's just business, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, in closing, I'm looking forward to interviewing with you. Hopefully, that has been beneficial. And we look forward to talking here soon. You enjoy the rest of your day. And again, talk soon. Thanks.